Hi everybody, this is really exciting. We are starting our very first TM TV for the UK and Ireland. So what is this? This is a brand new concept, and what we're going to do, what I'm going to do, is have a chat with you. So this isn't a replacement for your kickoff, it's not a replacement for your Monday meeting, but it's an opportunity for me to sort of enhance what we have for the month, have a chat about different topics, take questions, and see what I can do to support you to be even more successful, and everything that I can do to support you in your journey, whether you're an advisor or a team leader. So it's very exciting because we're on YouTube. We will obviously be going live at the start of every month, but we'll build up a sort of catalogue of episodes, if you like, for each month. So every month, even if you're at work today, you're going to have an opportunity to have a look back, either have a look at that days or have a look back ago if you need to try and remember what was it Rhian was talking about and what was going on that month, then you can always look back. So, as you can see, I'm in my lovely tea party little living room here. And what I'm going to do is chat a little bit about what's happening in March. And then, as I know some of you did see, I am going to be going through the keyhole every month. And the thinking is that you guys, you live in different places, you've got very different lives. Some live in the country, some live in cities. Some of you work full-time, some of you are full-time Thermomix, and you do a whole myriad of different things. So I know you're kind of curious and nosy, just like me, and you want to go into other people's lives and check out what's happening. So I will do that every month, and I have a great one coming up for you today, and but yeah, we'll chat about March. I'm going to go through the keyhole to somebody, and I am then going to have a little chat about a topic. So we're going to chat a bit today about making the most of the success plan. So you've got a really good success plan there, and I want to make sure, I know you all know it, but I don't know whether you've had time to really have a think about it, but that's what I'm going to have a look at with you, and how to make the most from recruitment largely. So let's have a look at March to start with. You have seen, if you've been to your Monday meeting, you will have seen already what all the lovely incentives are, because they're huge. I don't think we've ever been this generous. I don't know what Ozan was thinking. But to have the cutter for a start, second bowl, and the amazing toolkit that I think is gorgeous. I wish it had been around when I had been an advisor, team leader, because it's going to make you look like a total pro when you turn up to a demo with that toolkit. But I won't go over all of the details because you know what they are, and if you don't, get along to your Monday meeting and have a chat with your branch manager and make a plan to earn those. But the other thing that is I wanted to chat a bit about was the mindset around what we have on offer at the moment for our customers, because it's kind of doesn't really get better for them, in that it's, you know, the 36 months 0% or the 12 months divided payment. What that actually means for somebody is that they can have a Thermomix at home for around about £1 a day or around about €3 a day, depending on where they are. So what does that kind of really mean for what are you thinking about as an advisor? What are you doing for a customer? And this is where the kind of, so the mindset bit comes in. And I want you to think, like, this is how I've always thought, is a TM6 is not a luxury item, right? A Porsche is a luxury item. Lots of a Peloton, I think, is a luxury item. That's probably why I don't have one. But a TM6, in my view, is it's obviously a premium brand. It is the Porsche, the Peloton of its world, but it isn't a luxury item. It is a kitchen staple that will enable you you should never save for a Thermomix. You should save with Thermomix for those luxury items. So you get a Thermomix in your home for £1 a day or €3 a day. That enables you to start saving money every day, start saving your time, and start looking after your health really well. So I always think back to, there was an advisor, when I was a team leader, I had an advisor in my team, and she loved what she was doing. She did Thermomix for a year, but she had this big kind of ambition that she wanted to open an art and craft sort of class centre shop for children to do art and crafts classes. That was her big thing. So she said, this is a plan. This is a straight strategy plan. I know what I'm doing. And she was an advisor for a year. And she said during that year, it enabled her to get to where she wanted to be, because what she did was, she said 3 things. She earned commission, so she started to accumulate money for her dream. She saved on her family bills, on the food bills, all of that time and beyond. And she taught her family to cook, to be part of the kitchen. You know, the children were able to use the Thermomix, etc. And it stayed with me, that story, because I thought that's kind of the power of when you go to somebody's home to do a demo. Always think, I'm going to really help this person, especially now in a recession. You know, we are the perfect answer to, we should be entirely recession proof, because a Thermomix is going to save them money, it is going to save them time, it is going to make life so much easier with a Thermomix. So, it's just that thinking, we're not selling something, we're helping everybody when you do go into to a demo situation. So have that confidence is one of the first things I wanted to talk about, because the 0% should really instill that confidence in you that this is so much simpler to when you think like that, it's just much easier. I want to give a couple of quick shout outs too though, before I move on. I want to congratulate a few branches that really aced it in February. And I want to start with our very, very new branch manager up in East Midlands, Marie. But I want to congratulate all of East Midlands on doing incredibly well in both sales and recruits and hitting all the targets. I want to also congratulate Liverpool for doing the same. Well done, you really knocked the ball out of the park in February. I want to congratulate Evelina, Yorkshire. Wow, you're on fire. You did well over your target for sales. East London, another amazing result from you in February. And Hampshire and Dorset, brilliant, really, really well done. Loads of qualified recruits, loads of sales, an incredible month there. And there are a couple of individuals too. Let me take you through quickly. They are Marjana in Kent. Huge congratulations. You had 4 qualified recruits in your team and helped Kent to get, I think, their highest recruitment, the first time they've ever hit all of your recruitment targets down there in Kent. Well done. Huge shout out to Yorkshire. He closed 112 sales in 8 days. Magnificent. Well done, Yorkshire. Dublin, Ivona. Amazing results, 24 sales in the last 3 days of February. You must have been on the phone all of the time, and it's an amazing result, really, really well done. So I wanted to give some of those shout outs. And now, the exciting bit. So less than 2 days ago, I'm in sunny Ascot at the moment. I wasn't here, I was quite a distance away. I was actually a flight away from where I am now. And I didn't go into somebody's home exactly. In fact, I went back to school. So let's take a look.
Here we are in North Belfast with Tony Boyle. Our sales director, Rhian O'Connor, is going to be interviewing him. As you can see over here where you are, so you'll be familiar with this view.
first of all, let me explain what I'm doing here.
No
So
worries.
this is, we're going to start launching our months. And I know that everybody is really curious about everybody else. Where do they live? Who are they?
Yeah.
Who are the advisors? So you're actually a bit of a superstar because you are number one as we kick this off on our TMTV channel, having a chat with everybody around. So you are, as I think everybody can already see, we are in the most stunning classroom.
Thank you.
I've gone back to school, I'm at the desk, and we're having a little chat. First of all, just tell me, I know we're in Belfast, I know we're in a beautiful classroom.
Yeah.
How old are the kids you teach? Tell me a little bit about what you do.
Right, okay, I'm a primary trained teacher, but obviously, hopefully from the work on the walls, I'm art trained, so art is my main subject. So, but as a primary trained, teach everything, teach English, maths, science, geography. I've been teaching quite a while now, about 30 years. This is primary 7 classroom, so we're the sort of the end of the primary sector, so our children are about to transfer on to the grammars and secondaries and so on. So this is a lovely year because you have pressure initially before transfer because it's quite intense and the children are doing a lot of, literacy, numeracy and so on. But now that's pressure's taken off. This is when you get to know the children and you can enjoy them and you can have fun with them and you can do drama and lots more art and do lots more work. We're very lucky. We teach here on the Ant Road, but we're also literally backing onto the Cave Hill. And because of the Cave Hill, we then do a lot of forest school. So we're able to get out into the forest.
So it's literally forest behind.
We are literally, yes, this is the Cave Hill, and we literally go out the gate down there. We can walk up a path, and we're right in the middle of the forest.
Amazing.
So we would do a lot of. We actually do. I mean, we do a lot of like making nettle tea. We do all of those things. We make tarpaulins and make outdoor shelters. We set them challenges where they have to work in teams, and so the forest is very much part of our third term, and we are able to set them amazing challenges. So yeah, location wise, we're really lucky. Not every school has that. So we try to utilise that as much as possible. Again, we use the forest from September when we do all the autumnal work, right through winter, then the spring, and then clearly into the summertime. Reason why I got very interested in Thermomix, because my sister is also an advisor, and she's very much into her fitness and health and so on.
She certainly is.
And she was sort of saying, like, look what you do, and this would be very much a part of your life, so. It took her a while, and I know I'm not interested, I don't have time, blah, blah, and then eventually she sort of wore me down.
So come on, you got to share that because your sister's actually kind of well known.
Oh,
she's done a few things.
Sister's kind of a superstar.
Who's your sister?
My sister is Mary Boyle.
There you go.
She's one of your, I think, top sellers, and she's very dedicated to her, and she has a huge enthusiasm for the product. Which has, as gradually worn me down, but now it is now something that I'm very, very interested in.
Good.
It's something that I feel a lot of passion for. So
So tell me what got you started. Obviously at some point you saw a Thermomix, decided you wanted a Thermomix, and what happened was that Mary, I'm going to have a second.
I was in her house and Mary has been an enthusiast, and let me cook this, and will you taste these protein balls that I've cooked, and again. Very much selling it on the fitness concept. Saying, I make gorgeous granolas, and look at how little fat. And so Mary would be very clever in the sense that she'll sell to your strengths, or your needs, or your wants. And so now my wife wasn't interested. And I sort of, to be very honest, I sort of bought it without her knowledge, and then got it into the house, and then got it. I know it's usually the other way, right? Got into the house and then started, gradually introducing food, and now she's a bigger advocate nearly than I am. She uses it literally. We both use it every day, but we definitely have it going in soups and different things going 24/7. So yeah.
And so tell me now a bit about so you've grown Thermomix into a business, a bit of a side, obviously.
Yes.
You're a full-time teacher, and you've obviously got a busy life outside of that, but you've managed to grow a little Thermomix business.
Well, I think it's very small at the moment, very tentative. I've only done a few sales and so on, but I can see the passion of it. I can see that it makes huge differences to people's lives. Especially a busy life like mine. Where I do teach full time, I tutor children outside school hours, and it's then being able to walk into the house and you can have a gorgeous risotto within 20 minutes. It's just the adventure. It's just the amount of it's new foods you try. It's the amount of new recipes you try. I think that's the whole And if you can then sell that to your customer,
Yeah.
I think that's you want.
Which I'm sure you do very. I'm just listening to you, how passionate you are. I'm sure you do it really successfully.
Rebecca is brilliant. She's obviously our leader at the minute, and she very much says, she has introduced me big time to your planner and the book, and sort of said, write it down, and just jot it down, and sort of like, and make phone calls, it's no good sending messages. So she has a great
tips.
Yes, and she's very, and again Mary as well. Mary's quite a bubbly, very outgoing person.
Who typically is your customer? Really, I think you mentioned they're very. You
Well,
talk about fitness.
Yeah, no, I mean that's I think where I'm going to head. It's really been staff members, teachers that I work with, and they're sort of some of our classroom assistants. So they're the ones that I've sort of got interested and sold to them. So it's just about thinking outside the box. I think and I would have friends who own gyms, so I'm contacting them and saying, right, can I come in and do a demo for you guys, and then if you like it, then maybe you'll tell them, sort of some of your, so and again, some of these, most of the gyms that I know are small gyms, so they will have a loyal customer base. I'm hoping that's the route I'm going to follow. I'm not sure, but that's where I'm going to try, hopefully.
Great to test it.
Yeah,
I know. I can remember sort of, I think, about where you are with it, and that when I joined, like most people, I just wanted to earn a Thermomix. Thermomix, please, bye-bye. And then I sort of slowly started to, you start to say, your friends start to tell a friend.
Yes.
If you're really passionate about it, it comes across, and they're passionate and they carry on. I remember the moment though, moving from sort of, this is just very organic to actually, I might have a bit of a game plan here, a bit of a strategy. And as you said, if you gyms, if that's where you're spending big chunks of time, then that's a natural place.
That's the people you talk to, And if you can sell them and say, listen, you can still have a decent quality food, you can still have amazing recipes, but we can make this for so much cheaper. I think that'll be the future.
No, I completely agree. Talking a little bit about objections.
Yeah, you will get people who are, they love the food that you take and so on, but it's very hard to get a sale in an educational environment, I find.
Okay. Have you bought your Thermomix in here?
I have, yes, and I've done a few demos in the staff room and things like that there. And again, that was one of them. I was able to sell to one of our teachers. He loved it. It's interesting because his wife is Italian, and so she was going, but I don't need it. I can cook, and I think she said, and he said, listen, I'm not buying this for you. I'm buying this for me so that I can cook you food. To the quality that you cook me. So I think he wanted to match her. Yeah, he was so conscious that she was always cooking the food, and she's such a good cook, but he never felt as if he could be the same. But with Thermomix, showing him, I mean, again, I think we did a risotto in here, and we did the berry foam and a couple of other things, the 5-second salad. I think we did a cucumber soup, and there was wee things I got there, and he was going, I think the sorbet.
Oh yeah.
And he brought it home to his builder. His builder said, "Where'd you get that?" So it's that sort of
like, is where you'll get, the builder might, he might have to see it somewhere else and somewhere else, but he'll
remember that sort of.
Exactly.
I have approached our PTA with the to do a demo for them.
Amazing.
And then hopefully they'll translate. So there is avenues that I'm going to explore over the next couple of months. I know last night actually again the meeting was brilliant because one of the girls, she said, just jump out of your comfort zone.
Christy, I think.
Yes, that's exactly it is. And she said, jump out of your comfort zone. Just do something that you maybe never would have done. So and I'd be happy enough to challenge myself and try new things. So so I don't know who I'm going to ask or where I'm going to, but I'm going to ask.
Right.
So I'm going on Sunday to a demo at my sister's, but it's a whole sort of, I think it's very much a tea. It's an afternoon tea. So so one of the advisors is it, and I've invited a couple of people to take with me. So hopefully they might be biting.
I'd buy from you. I mean, you're very passionate.
Yeah.
But that was really cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Finding the time to chat.
No worries.
You're clearly a very busy guy, but that was brilliant. Thank you very much.
You're very, very welcome. And thank you very much. Thank you.
So, I hope you loved that. Massive thank you to Tony in Belfast. I can see lots of lovely comments coming through that you enjoyed it. What a lovely, lovely guy. And I don't know whether you heard it, hopefully you didn't miss it in there, but famous almost, I feel. His sister, he is Mary Boyle's brother. So what an incredibly nice guy, and what a lovely insight into life as an advisor in Belfast while working full-time as a primary school teacher and going to the gym. So that was great. Big thanks to Tony. And I have now brought a friend in to chat with me a little bit. Thank you, Annetta, for joining me.
Pleasure, Rhian, pleasure. Hello.
So obviously area manager from the Midlands and North. And Annetta and I thought we'd just have a little chat in my living room at my tea party. Enjoy your tea. We would have a chat with you about, as I said, the success plan is there. We have it now, as of 2 days. But are we really kind of, it's one thing to have a piece of paper and to see what's happening, but everybody has such busy lives and I wonder, it's good to take a moment for us to sort of think about how are people actually going to implement that and make the most of that to be really successful with it. And one of the things that I was thinking about is when I was a team leader, the game changer moment, I think, for me to turn Thermomix from very much a hobby to I'm actually now earning a very grown-up salary and really growing a business here was recruitment.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I think something in my mind just switched from sales to recruitment. And the funny thing was the minute I started to just focus on recruitment, well, the funny thing was I found I couldn't, at first I thought I don't even know how to sell anymore. I just recruit everybody. But then ultimately what happened was my sales just started flooding in because suddenly everybody in my area, my neighbourhood was
talking
saying,
about Thermomix.
Yeah. They suddenly all knew, and I said, how do you know? And so-and-so or so-and-so, but it was brilliant. So I think one of the first, that's obviously a very relevant part of our new success plan. And I think one of the first, the big myth that has to be dispelled over and over is if you recruit, it will not take from your sales. It will probably increase your sales by a huge amount. I'm sure it sort of doubled my sales because of the brand awareness.
And also, if you recruit your friends, you can have fun together.
Absolutely.
In the same business. So
that's very, very true.
Worth to consider your friend as your first recruit in March.
Yeah. So I said I've celebrated a number of people in your area. You've had a pretty solid, it sounds as though a lot of people in the North and the Midlands have already got their head around recruitment in February. But we just want to make the absolute most of this in March. And I was looking at a couple of numbers, and I just wanted to run through, just kind of get everybody to think, because you will know already, if you're an advisor, it's £120 for every single earning programme sale coming your way. And if you're a team leader, it's not only the 120, it's also the £40 that a team leader gets regardless of where that sale has come from within her team. So they're effectively getting 160 if it's their own, or 40 if it's an advisor's sale. So if I go out and I sell 3 Thermomixes, I'm an advisor, I sell 3 Thermomixes, that's £515 or €615. Or, as I kept finding myself doing, I recruit 3 people. That is now threefold. That is now £1,440, exactly, or €1,740.
Amazing.
It's a big difference. And if you're a team leader, that's £1,920 or £2,280 each month. Now, I know you're not going to, most people don't earn for free. I think it's about 30 or 40% earn for free. I suspect that will go up as the more support comes in, because it's if I'm an advisor, I'm going to do everything I can to help my friends, whoever, to earn their Thermomix for free. But the more people you recruit, just think, even if 2 people make 2 sales and another 2 make 2 sales, that's still the same kind of maths lists that I want you to think about and have a look at. Or another example, right? I'm a busy advisor. I haven't got a lot of time. I'm a primary school teacher, for example, like Tony. And I make one sale and one recruit a month.
Okay, yes.
That's kind of doable, right?
Yes.
One sale, one recruit. So my one sale is worth
120.
No, over the whole year, yeah, 120.
Okay.
So £1,440 or €1,740. Nice, but not as nice as my one recruit. Let's hope they go on to earn for free each month, or I have two and I balance it, they each get two sales. That's £5,760 or €6,960. So a
That's
total,
massive.
it is massive, right? And a total over the year of £7,200 or €8,700. So I would be so swapping to recruitment.
But also in March, this one recruit can give so many incentives.
I know.
All of them really involved one recruit.
Absolutely. So or I'm the newcomer. Look at what March looks like for me.
Thermomix for free either.
If I earn
Wow.
if I earn for free in March
With extra bowl.
with an extra bowl, a cutter, it goes on. So it's a brilliant month to kick off this new success plan with a recruit. So I had an idea. Monday meeting next week. How about if we have a go at this? How about if we say, let's put aside 20 minutes in every single branch. Let's have a national recruitment
Marathon.
Let's go for it with a 20-minute marathon in every branch. And let's see, do you know what? We could double our size.
Yeah,
we could
we
double
can,
the
yes.
UK and Ireland in 20 minutes. How amazing would that be? And just think of the potential, the earnings, the brand awareness, the sales, everything that would come from that. So I thought we should do that.
Yes, and I think we should start with our friends. Let's support our friends to have Thermomix for free.
Yeah.
And March is a perfect month to do that.
Exactly. I feel like a hashtag bring a friend.
Yes.
Bring a friend to work.
Let's create hashtag.
Recruit your
Free
friend.
Thermomix for my friend.
So I just wanted to remind, if anybody's asked any questions, I'm going to answer a couple of questions here now. But in the meantime too, while we're just having a little look at some of the questions we've got here, so some of the things I want to just remind you are save with Thermomix, don't save for Thermomix. Have a Thermomix with your time rather than your money. Earn the Thermomix with your time. And think about food waste and saving money and everything that is relevant to our lives at the moment when you are recruiting or supporting at your demo, supporting your customers. So have we got any questions? Let me have a little look. No, got a few things in front of me, but there's some, I think they all really loved that advisor interview. So who knows where I will be next. I could see that Claire Ball is really keen that I come to her house.
All right. And Claire Ball
really.
is based in somewhere
Somewhere
here.
here.
Not,
No,
so
I
not
think
far.
I'm joking. She said, "Oh, please don't come to my house because it's." But I will definitely be going everywhere. Rural Lincolnshire.
Oh yeah, Debbie makes lovely
any
cakes.
news on when the cutter? It's a really good question. When is the cutter for sale? So the reason you're probably wondering, you can earn a cutter this month, but they're not going out to general release to everybody. And it's because it was so amazingly popular that we can't, until we absolutely know that we can do it. It's much better that the cutters we have available go to you. And we would always, right, want all of our advisors and all of our team leaders to have everything before a customer anyway. So that is why the cutters are not yet available. It'll be a case of I'll update when I can, or you'll hear in your Monday meeting with your branch managers when we can. Yes, save with Thermomix, not for Thermomix.
Another hashtag idea, Rhian, I think.
Where's the hashtag?
No, save with Thermomix,
Yes.
not for Thermomix. I
Yeah.
think that's another hashtag idea, Desiree.
Absolutely.
I
And
like that
who
too.
is going to, I'd love to see who's going to recruit on, who's going to get behind this big recruitment marathon. I think that's the right word for it on Monday.
Area 2 loves marathons.
Oh, they love a marathon.
Yes.
Don't they? That should be an inter-area competition.
Yes,
see
let's do it.
Which area in that 20 minutes, half an hour, can recruit the
On
most
Monday.
people?
On Monday.
And I tell you what should we do? Whoever recruits, whichever branch recruits the most people, I will show up soon after with the biggest surprise. I can't
Okay.
even, I've already thought of something and I'm not going to say what it is, but it's going to be amazing. So the biggest recruiting branch, I have something incredible to bring to you. That's going to be the next thing. Ooh.
Great news.
Are there any more questions? I think that's about it. Well, I have really, really enjoyed myself. I would love to hear before next month any topics that you would like me to cover or you would like to chat about. And anybody who would like to open their home, tell me secretly so nobody knows, and I will come round and pay you a visit and hang out with you and find out all about your life, because I know everybody loves to see what everybody's up to and what their homes are like. So look forward to seeing you next month. Good luck with March. Roll with that success plan. You're going to have an amazing month. And thank you so much for joining me, and look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.
Bye.